Everyone in this room would have witnessed this in their lives, that few people get most of the rewards in their lives. Take, for example, in a corporate setup, only a chosen few get most of the promotions. Or take, for example, a sports arena, only few of the sports persons get the most coveted award the maximum number of times. I know it's an intriguing fact, but this happens in almost all spheres of our life. In the late 18th century, there was a man by the name of Vilfredo Pareto of Italy who was walking through a small garden and made this interesting discovery. He noticed that a small number of pea pods in his garden produced the maximum number of peas. Since he was a mathematician and a economist by profession, this particular discovery had set his mathematician brain in motion. He further researched and analyzed on the wealth distribution system of various countries, and to his surprise he found that approximately 80% of the land in Italy was owned by 20% of the people. Approximately 30% of people or population of Great Britain earned 75% of the total income. So the majority of the rewards always seem to accrue to a smaller percentage of people. So this idea that small number of things account for the majority of the results is known as Pareto principle, or it is commonly known as the 80-20 rule. Over these years, Pareto's work has become practically the gospel for the economist, and people started seeing its results everywhere. The 80-20 rule is more prevalent now than ever before. Now, take for example the 2015-16 season for NBA. Approximately 20% of the franchises have won 80% of total NBA championships. And out of those, two franchises in particular, namely Boston Celtics and LA Lakers, they have won almost 50% of championships in NBA history. In soccer, only three countries, Brazil, Germany, and Italy, have won 13 of the first 20 World Cup soccer tournaments. In 2015, one search engine company received 64% of the total search queries. Can you just guess which company it could be? I know you are right in your mind. It was Google. Now the question is, why does it happen? Why do only few people, teams, or organizations enjoy bulk of the rewards in their lives? And the answer is the power of accumulative advantage. Yes, you heard it right. It is power of accumulative advantage. Now let me explain what power of accumulative advantage is through this example from our mother nature. You know, the Amazon rainforest is one of the most diverse ecosystem on earth. Approximately there are 17,000 different tree species available in the Amazon. But despite this remarkable level of diversity, researchers have found that there are only 227 different tree species which make up half of the Amazon rainforest. That means 1.4% of trees species account for 50% of the trees in the Amazon. Isn't that incredible? Now imagine two plants growing side by side, and each day they will compete for the sunlight and rainwater. And if one of the plant grows a little faster than the other, it will stretch taller, it will catch more sunlight, it will soak up more rain. And the next day, with this additional energy, it will definitely grow faster and further. And if this pattern continues over time, it will crowd the nearby trees and consume the lion's share of the sunlight and the rainwater. And scientists refer to this effect as the accumulative advantage. That means what starts as a small advantage gets bigger over time. And this happens in our lives as well. Humans also seen competing for the same resources. Politicians compete for the same votes. Authors compete for the same spot at the best sellers list. Companies compete for the same potential client. Athletes compete for the same gold medal. And the television shows compete for the same TRP. So, in sum, the difference between these options are razor thin, but the winners enjoy massively outsized rewards. Take for example, 10 companies might compete for one potential client or vying for one potential client, but only one of them is going to win it. So you need to be a little bit better than your competition to win all the rewards. So these situations where a small difference in performance lead to outsized rewards are known as the winners take it all effect. So you need to be a little bit better than others in this relative comparison paradigm. And that's why the habits are more important. So the companies or the people or the teams which form good habits and they continue to perform better on a regular basis more consistently are more likely to get more rewards over the period of time. This is also known as the 1% rule. And the 1% rule states that over the time, all the rewards in any field will accumulate to those persons, teams, or organizations which maintain a 1% advantage over their alternatives. So, the lesson for us is to follow the 1% rule and form habits which will definitely keep us ahead of the competition, and we will take it all as a winner. Thank you.